It says, let your reasonableness be known to everyone. The Lord is at hand. I'm going to say it again. Let your reasonableness be known to everyone. The Lord is at hand. So what should we do when chaos surrounds us? Be reasonable. This word reasonable means gentle. It means kind. It means courteous. To be reasonable is to be selfless. It is to think of others instead of just ourselves. It's to keep in mind that you don't need 10 years worth of toilet paper, right? And 5 months worth of chicken. Church, we need to be reasonable about all of this. This week I was reminded of the story of the Israelites in the desert. Maybe you know this story. God was using Moses to lead them out of Egypt, out of slavery, and into the promised land. But there was a time that the people were hungry, and they were grumbling to Moses, like, where is the food? And so God heard their grumbling, and he created a solution. And this is what God said to Moses. And you can open there or not, but this is in Exodus 16, 4-5. I'm going to read from the New Living Translation. It says this, then the Lord said to Moses, look, I am going to rain down food from heaven for you. Each day, the people can go out and pick up as much food as they need for that day. I will test them in this to see whether or not they will follow my instructions. On the 6th day, they will gather food, and when they prepare it, there will be twice as much as usual. Remember that, twice as much as usual. So in the morning, God rained bread from heaven, and in the evening, he caused quail, these birds, to fly in and cover the camp. And then if we skip to verses 17 and 18, it says, so the people of Israel did as they were told. Some gathered a lot, some only a little. But when they measured it out, everyone had just enough. Those who gathered a lot had nothing left over, and those who gathered only a little had enough. Each family had just what it needed. I mean, that's amazing, right? Now, manna, what is manna? They describe what it looks like and how it tastes. They said that it's like a bread-like food that was like the color white, and it looked like honey wafers. In other words, God fed them waffles every morning. Can you imagine raining waffles? That is amazing. I mean, there's no way we can read this story and not be blown away by waffles coming down from heaven. Somehow, there was always enough. But the people didn't think it was enough. See, God, he set aside the 7th day to do what? Nothing. To rest, right? So what did he say would happen on the 6th day as they prepared their food? What would happen with the food? Do you remember? It would double. It would double. I read this and I'm like, how? That's crazy, right? Can we just picture you have 2 waffles. You put the 2 waffles in the toaster, right? Preparing the food. And then you look back and there's 2 more. I mean, that's just crazy, right? But that's what God did. He's amazing. He could do whatever he wants with waffles. Now, do you think they obeyed God? No, of course not. Check out what they did, verses 27 and 28, or just 27. Some of the people went out anyway on the 7th day, but they found what? No food. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? The Israelites had enough. There was enough to pass around. But what started happening, they started to get selfish, and they tried to hoard food to make it last longer. Church, when chaos surrounds us, we need to be reasonable. And we need to show other people what it looks like to be reasonable. We need to show our kids what it looks like to be reasonable. We need to think of other people who actually need medicine, who actually need masks, who actually need this stuff, important materials. Then Paul tells us why we should be reasonable. He says, the Lord is at hand. In other words, the Lord is coming soon. And he's going to judge us for the decisions that we make. Hope you like your 10-year supply.